Are we on? We are live! Hi, everybody! I hope there's no people on right now, so I'm just going to talk. Do you want me to wait for the people?
We'll do whatever you want to do.
Okay, let's remind the people. I'm going to remind the people now, so I'm just going to talk. Do you want me to wait for the people?
We'll do whatever you want to do.
Okay, what is that? Remind the people. I'm going to remind the people now, so I'm just going to talk. Do you want me to wait for the people?
It's like feedback.
Yeah, what is happening?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. This is like the sketchiest thing.
It's like feedback.
Yeah, what is happening?
Whatever you want to do.
This is like the sketchiest thing.
It's like feedback.
Yeah, what is happening?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, this is so weird. Okay, I think only one of us can talk at a time because then it doesn't yell at us. Okay, hi guys. So I am going to jump right in now that it's not feedbacking weird at me. That was really strange. So we are so lucky tonight to have Barbara speaking for us. She is part of the Shine Dynasty, one of Bonnie Engel's personally sponsored coaches, and I am so excited to have her here speaking with us. She joined as a coach in September of last year. So she'll be a coach for a year this coming September. She became a full-time coach in February of this year and then hit Diamond in what month? May. Are you hearing it a bunch of times? Is it feedbacking? I hope it's not feedbacking. She has always consistently hit Success Club 10. Her highest month ever is Success Club 56. Guys, Success Club 56. And then her team is ranked within the top 300. There are 450,000 coaches, and she is within the top 300. Guys, this is incredible. So I want you guys to sit down, take notes, really dive in and listen, and make sure that you post in our team page if you guys have any questions. We are here to relay them to Barbara as we're on the call if she has some time at the end. Otherwise, sit back, enjoy, and listen to everything that she has to say because she always has gold to say. So I'm going to mute myself and let you go ahead.
Hi everyone. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. I really appreciate being asked to join this call, especially with there only being 2 days left in the month. So I really appreciate everyone who's taking time to join this to listen to me talk. I really appreciate that really lovely introduction that Emily did for me. So yeah, I actually have only been coaching since September. And I went full-time in February of this year and have been treating this as my full-time business ever since. And I pretty much left a pretty good salary position with a lot of freedoms. I could drive around all day long, and I hated doing that, but I could stop at every fast food restaurant that there was along the way. But I'm just kidding. I stopped doing that once I found 21 Day Fix. But I guess you can kind of say that I did have a lot of freedoms in my past career, but it never really truly felt that way. And it never truly really felt what reward, in my mind was supposed to be. And so it really wasn't that hard for me from, September to February to see that, this is what I want to be doing every day, and this is what I want to put my energy and my time in this world into, because Shakeology and 21 Day Fix and Beachbody and this opportunity has totally turned my life around. One thing Emily didn't share about me with you guys, but maybe you've seen it on some of my posts, is that I was secretly drinking Shakeology for like 2 years. And by secretly, I mean I just wasn't sharing about it on Facebook. I wasn't a coach. If I was hanging out with some friends and they saw that I had it when I met up with them, of course I would tell them about it. But I wasn't like proactively talking about how great it was for me. And so I had a transformation that was a little bit, behind the scenes. Yeah, you can find pictures on Facebook of me like as I'm losing the weight and stuff like that. But now I feel so much more empowered because, I was doing all this stuff just for myself. There was no like, I need a job, I need a coaching opportunity, I need to set financial success aside for myself through this opportunity. So I'm really, truly a product of the product. And I am not afraid to share that with people. So if you only feel like you're a little bit of a product of the product, do yourself a favor right away, starting tonight, starting tomorrow morning, whatever you can manage, and dive full force into being accountable to Shakeology, drinking it for your breakfast every day to start your day out with the best stuff you can possibly get. And do your workouts. And don't be afraid to try workouts that you think you'll suck at, because you're in a position right now to grow and to learn and to become the best person that you can be. And you trying a workout that you think you might hate is going to give you leverage and give you tools to talk to someone who might love that workout. So number one, off the bat, always, people ask me, like, how do you do what you're doing? And I don't think I'm any more special or different or, going to have a different path than anyone else that's doing what I'm doing. I just truly, I cannot say it more, truly believe in Shakeology, and I truly believe in the 21 Day Fix Extreme Nutrition Program. And what is there not to believe in getting a workout in? Like, you're getting a workout in. It works if you work it. So hands down, I absolutely think that in order to be successful at this, you have to absolutely be willing to say, I'll bet my last dollar that Shakeology won't change your life. And I will say that to people from time to time. Like, if I had a lot of money to give you, I would make a bet that you will fall in love with Shakeology just like I did. So again, I can't reiterate it enough, and I talk to the girls on my team about this all the time, but you really have to truly love what Shakeology does for your body. You really, truly have to love what being a coach is all about. You really have to truly love what the community and the support that your challenge groups provide for people and how life-changing it can be in order to project that message out into the world confidently. So that's kind of how I wanted to kick this call off. Talking about taking yourself seriously. So I take myself seriously in this business as a Beachbody coach because I truly believe in myself. My transformation with this was real. And, I didn't have to go to a personal trainer. I didn't have to hire a fancy chef or do those takeout meal programs. I did the simple, basic things that this program provided for me. And then I started sharing about it. And I started being happy to say, oh my gosh, I struggled for so long, and now my life is in a completely different situation. And so you have to take yourself seriously. Like, what you have to offer is legitimate and is real. And I will go toe-to-toe with anybody if they want to come at me how Shakeology is a bunch of crap and Beachbody programs don't work, because that is not true in my world and in what I deem as real in my brain. So you have to take yourself seriously. And so with that, that means being confident. So you're confident about what you're doing. You're doing the programs every day. You're getting results every week, every month. You're feeling good. You can get back on track with the tools that the programs provide. So when you're sitting at your computer and you're thinking about how you're going to help other people, talk about what is helping you. Because if you're doing it and it's working for you, then relay that information. And that is really kind of like just the basic thing that I live by with this, is that I'm not lying. I'm not selling something that I don't believe in. I'm not pushing a product on someone that I've never used before in my life. In fact, I paid full price for it for 2.5 years before I even thought to myself, oh, I could probably get a discount on this if I just talked about it a little bit. And now I am, so it's fantastic. So, be passionate, take yourself seriously, have confidence, pep yourself up, and anytime you're sitting down to do your vitals or reach out to people, don't overthink it. Remind yourself every day that you're a real person and your opinion matters, and how you feel about a product is real feedback, and how you feel about a workout is real feedback, and you have real results. So there's no reason why you should ever doubt that the message that you're sending to someone is something wrong or something creepy, or Bonnie uses the term all the time, like icky or yucky. But you know what? I'm sorry. If someone's annoyed at your message, they'll get over it. But what you know is the truth. And the truth is that this product can change lives. It can turn people's digestive problems around. It can help women lose tons of weight in their belly that they haven't been able to lose for 15 years. It solves so many nutritional problems for people. I have clients who were diagnosed with like borderline diabetic and went to the doctor and then came back and told me from just 6 months of Shakeology, their boards and their numbers and their stats are completely good, and they aren't going to have to go on that medication. And so to me, like, okay, well, I know the truth. I know what's happening for real people, and so I am extremely confident about that. So the more you talk about it with people, the more you invest yourself into it, the more legitimate everything you discuss and talk about is going to register in your mind. And usually we're the ones who create those self-defeating, mindsets and concepts. But if you take yourself seriously and you say, you know what, I'm not a mean person, I'm not a deceptive person, I'm not out to get one over on someone so I can have short-term success. No, this business wouldn't be here. This company wouldn't be alive for 17 years if it was founded on a bunch of, hoax and hoopla and fads and all that kind of stuff. This is real life-changing stuff. And so if you have to let that absorb into your mind, for a few hours every day before you start talking to people, while you're doing your workout, while you're drinking your shake, stand there while you're drinking your shake and say to yourself, how delicious does this taste? How does my stomach feel right now? How does my brain feel right now? And then 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour after you drink your shake, ask yourself, how do I feel? And then tell people about that. And that comes with passion. When I'm feeling amazing from the things that I'm doing, like pretty much nothing can stop me. Whether it's, telling a joke or putting up with someone that kind of grates my nerves from day to day, or having the extra energy to go the extra mile for someone and answer their questions even when I don't feel like it, that's when you're taking yourself seriously, because what you're doing is real, and what you're doing in your life is real, and the things that you're sharing with people will become real for them if they do it too. And so you have to believe that, and you have to stick with this long enough to have those clients, to have those people say to you, wow, in 6 short months, things have really changed for me. And so with that being said, taking yourself seriously, having passion about what you're doing for yourself on a daily basis, is the best thing you can do to create relatability with yourself as a human, as a real person, and it will draw people to you. So I always try to lead with as much energy, as much passion as I possibly can. And don't get me wrong, I'm not technically a morning person. I have learned how to become a morning person. I am also someone who loves to work out now because it feels really great, but I also am the type of person that will work myself until like my hands are bleeding and then be like, oh, I just don't have energy for a workout, and so I have to push myself. And so, I'm honest about that with, my clients, and they stick around because they know that it doesn't just come easy to me either. And so month after month, they're staying in my group. And so when you create a challenge group and you create that trust with people, and you've talked to them and you've gotten them interested and they've purchased a package for you, and then you put them into your group, the last thing that you should do is all of a sudden fade into the darkness and start focusing all the new people. You need to hold yourself accountable to these people that trusted you. And that means you're doing the workouts every day. You're drinking the shakes every day. You're posting your food in the group. And from there, they get excited. They get motivated. They stick with it. They get results. Their friends see it. They ask, what are you doing? How are you doing this? And they're like, yeah, oh my God, actually I'm in this girl, Barb. She's a Beachbody coach. She has a fitness and nutrition group, and I just joined. And, you know, this is the first time in like 4 years that I've actually worked out every day for 2 straight weeks. And I've been eating clean, and I've never felt better. And then their friends start joining. And so you're taking the things that you're doing in your life, and then you're showing your clients how to do it, and then your clients are doing it, and then they're showing their friends that they're doing it. And it's a cycle that you can continue to grow for yourself till your net is this huge net that has been cast out into a sea for however far you want it to go, and you can bring the fish to you. But there, you know, you have to be consistent, and so you can't just post a couple weeks out of the month that you're starting a challenge group and then add all these people in it and then expect those people in your group to make it work and to keep it exciting and to keep it fresh. You have to be accountable in your group, and by doing that, you are taking yourself seriously. If you want to be the CEO of a company every day, you can't just not check in with your coworkers. You can't just not check in with the people that are relying on you for something to happen. And so you have to be accountable. You have to take yourself seriously. So you're a client in your own challenge group, and if you don't think that, then you need to start thinking that. So I'll take 2 seconds for everyone to just catch up if you're writing, because I know that sometimes I get on a roll and can go a little straight through. So with that being said, talking about having passion and talking about, you know, value, those are really important things. So some people ask me a lot about my posts, and look, I don't think my posts are that fancy schmancy. I use a few little apps here and there. I definitely try to take current pictures of myself that are, you know, new, because if I'm eating really well and I'm drinking my Shakeology and I'm working out and getting a good sweat in every day, my skin usually looks better, and, you know, my results are showing. And so, yeah, I try to use most current photos of myself. There are days where I'm really busy and I'll pull one that's from a little while ago that maybe I didn't use. But for the most part, I try to make it very, very clear that this is me today and this is something that I'm doing. But then I also try to really post with passion. And, you know, something that happens when you do that is you get a lot of private messages. Maybe they're not messages right off the bat that say things like, I'm ready to join your group, or I want to be a coach on your team. But maybe it's a message from a woman who's like, hi, you don't really know me, but you added me like 2 weeks ago, and I've been following you ever since, and your messages just are so you know, relatable to me. I actually spent the last 30 minutes like scrolling your wall. I hope you don't think I'm a creep, but I'm really going through a hard time. And then these people just start pouring their heart out to you, and you didn't even ask them for any of that information. And then you take that information and you be, you know, receptive, and you be understanding, and you give them a response, not a reaction, and you think of a response that's a well thought out message that shows that you're a human being on the end of this computer, and that you go to bed and wake up every day hoping for the best just like they do. And so, you know, when you post with passion and you use specific words that maybe you feel silly using, like amazing and you know, words that you feel silly using because maybe they seem childish, but guess what? When people read them, they know what those words mean because they've known them their whole lives. So, you know, simple is great, but passionate is greater. And I really try to have something called a call to action at the end of my posts. And I try to make my posts sound, if you were to read them out, that it was really me talking. So I'll say something like, hey you. Yeah, you reading this right now, you smart, energetic, hardworking person that's just looking for more positivity at the end of the day. This message is for you. I just made that off the top of my head right now. But that's basically, the way I try to talk to people. I try to get people's attention. I try to catch them off their guard. And I try to have a call to action that really inspires them to either like it, respond, private message, sign up, whatever it is. I try to get them to feel compelled to do something about their situation, or something that might be their situation, or something that they might not be that happy with at this time. And so I try to add value into my posts. So I talk about my experiences, my journey. It's not always easy, but you have to do it, because if you don't, then people will just think life is easy for you and you're perfect, and that's annoying. And nobody really relates to that. So don't be that girl that puts up a facade that nothing's hard, or you don't have to wake up every day and remind yourself to do your workouts and eat clean, and there's stress in life. So add value, talk about your journey, talk about your struggles, but how are you fixing them? And people will say, oh, I go through that too. And you know what? It's really stupid not to ask someone who's fixing it and working on it how they're doing it. That would be really stupid of me, right? Yeah, it would. And so then they start thinking about it. And then with consistency, they keep seeing your posts, and they're like, all right, this girl's legit. She's kind of funny, or she's got a funny personality, or she has good jokes, or I like the way she, writes things out and talks about what will happen in her transformation. Pull your personality out and give it to people, because how else are they going to know who you are? And with that, you're taking yourself seriously, because if you're sharing your journey, that means you're doing the right things. You're doing what a coach does. You're doing what you said you were going to set out to do from the very beginning of this. And so from there, that's killing your daily vitals all the time. So everything starts wrapping into one big package, and you're owning it. You're owning who you are. You're owning who you said you wanted to be one day. And that is truly what I'm doing right now. I shared on a call earlier today about coaching and my thoughts on it. And I said for a few years there, when I was really working on myself and trying to get my head on straight and figure out what would work for me, my fiance now, or some of my closest friends, would be like, well, what do you really want to do? And my answer, honestly, month after month after month after month, would be, I want to get paid to work out, and I want to really like my body, and I want to feel confident, and I want to be important to other people, and I want to help women feel good about themselves, and focus on the really important stuff in life, like loving your body and loving yourself and creating good connections. And doing this program brought all of that into my life. So I really feel like I can share that in messages to people, and maybe, some people are still waiting, but you know what? I've got a pretty solid team right now of women who came to me because they saw what I was doing, because I was passionate, and I took myself seriously, and I didn't doubt myself, and I added real value into my messages, and I was constantly as relatable as I could be. So with that being said, be yourself, but be proud of who you are, and don't hold back. If you want to say something in your message that is scary, that women think about all the time but are afraid to say because they don't want to be judged, put it out there. You're doing someone a favor by sharing that message. Everyone drink some water. So another thing that I definitely recommend is ripping the Band-Aid off. So it doesn't matter if it's your first day as a coach, it doesn't matter if it's your first year, your third year, whatever it is. If there is something that you have had on a list that's like a coach activity or a coach vital or something that could grow your business that you haven't done yet, and every month you write it on your list of things you want to do for your business, but every month you keep rewriting it and keep rewriting it, make a goal for yourself in September right now and say, I don't care about all this other stuff. I'm going to hit Success Club because I'm doing my daily vitals and I'm proud to talk about what I'm doing. But this other thing that's been hanging over your head and your, the back of your mind that you keep brushing under the carpet, like I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it. Make a commitment to yourself this month that you're going to do it. You're going to tackle it. And I know that I'm guilty of this too, and this is something that I'm sharing with you guys because this is something I'm taking seriously for myself right now. I got reinvigorated, re-pumped up, and I started mapping out my month, and I am putting stuff on my calendar. I even have it here to show you guys. Here's the team call that we're on right now. And so on this little calendar, I'm putting things that I've never done before for my business that I am going to start doing right now as September begins in the fourth quarter of the year, where you can pretty much pull out all the stops and have the best year of your life. So figure out what that thing is, your likes page, a YouTube page, a live video. If you have not done a live video yet, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. Number one, think of all the stupid stuff you've seen on the internet before. And then hold yourself much higher than that, because you are. So do a live video. I mess up words. I say the wrong things. I laugh. I have corny jokes, but you know what? I don't care. The people who want to be around me, the people who want to talk to me and get to know me and like what I have to offer, they laugh. They like it. They follow along and they join in. So do a live video. Talk about what you're doing today. Talk about one of the things you get to do as a coach. Talk about how your workout was after. Do a live video of your workout. One of the best things I ever did was a live video of Country Heat, and uploaded it, and got so many of my current clients who were live and die 21-day fixers, being like, oh my God, that looks so fun, I want to join this. And a bunch of random women that, would never probably reach out to me because they think I'm just some like weightlifting person, saw that I was doing a dance-based workout, and they were like, yes, that's up my alley. I don't want to do planks. I don't want to do burpees. So live videos are absolutely beneficial to tap into the people that you aren't necessarily reaching all the time, because maybe everything that you currently post isn't exactly up their alley. So utilize live videos for those kinds of things. And rip that Band-Aid off. Just do it. Nike did not become a global phenomenon with a crappy slogan. They became famous because they have a good product and they have smart people who figured out that it's just do it. That's all. You can't not do it. You have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be pissed off that you didn't do it, and then you're just going to be doing the definition of insanity. So again, this month, pick that one thing that you haven't been doing that you said you were going to do and mark it off. Get it done before Wednesday, September 14th. Make it possible for yourself. And then one of the things I wanted to share with you guys about, inviting people to challenge groups, inviting people to coaching, I try to remind myself that this is what I do. I friend, I form, and I follow up, which turns into a fellowship. So I'll repeat that. I friend, I form, I follow up, and that turns into a fellowship. And so if you're not familiar with fellowship means, it's not that much more than just a community or a following or a program that you practice something with a group of people. And so, yes, I friend people I do not know. I friend friends of friends of friends of friends of friends. And then I start to form them by interacting and being interested and engaging and liking their things and genuinely liking their stuff, not just like liking a news article that they post. If it's a picture of their family or a vacation or a restaurant that they're eating at, I'm curious. So be curious and put a comment under it. And those people, if you consistently do that for the first couple of weeks of connecting and forming with them, they'll know who you are. They'll start following you. And then you'll start having random conversations. Start out with something really simple like, oh my gosh, I saw you went to that restaurant. I heard that it just opened up. Is it any good? If they posted something about a restaurant. Or, whatever they might have on their page. Be curious. Be interested in their lives. and then strike up a real organic conversation. And that doesn't mean in the first 2 times you talk to them that it's going to be like butterflies and rainbows and they're going to be like, I absolutely want to join your group and I love what you're talking about. It's very well, possible that they will, but then they also might just be like, oh, this girl's really nice, I like her, and then they'll feel a type of way about you. And then when they see you posting or when they read that passionate post of yours, they will end up commenting like, wow, so inspiring, so great. And then you write their name down again and you're like, I'm going to follow up with this person. And then from there, a friendship or a fellowship begins. And then the ball is in your court to offer as many times as you can a special spot in your challenge group, a special spot in a coach mentoring group, whatever the case may be, a special spot in the Health Bet Challenge or a raffle that you're doing if you purchase a challenge pack. So I really try to stay a human being and be relatable and friend people and form with them and connect with them and follow up diligently because I take myself seriously and I take other people's health and happiness seriously also. And then from there, pretty shortly after, there's an invitation waiting and they accept and they're in my group and I'm welcoming them with a really nice welcome post, kind of recalling the things that they shared with me that they wanted to improve. And I ask everyone in my group to comment below a few things that are exciting that she can expect while her challenge pack is on its way. And, I really try to give people that VIP experience that you would want if you were investing in something. And so that's really my mentality about, bringing people into my network and my circle of clients and my coach group that I've created. And with that being said, we are all really busy people. We all have tons of responsibility and life can be difficult and you have to push through it. But one thing that absolutely helps you do this is personal development. There are so many quotes. We all have seen them. We all live and die by the you must fill up your own cup before you can pour into others. And we all live and die by the you have to put your own, oxygen mask on first before you can help the person next to you on a plane. And we also hear about the, don't slash, the other 3 tires just because you have one flat. We all know those things. But one of the things that I really try to remember is that we have a gift and, we need to keep wrapping that gift back up every day so that it's pretty and shiny and new for a new person to open. So I have a gift for everyone every day. And if I just keep giving that same gift and I'm not rewrapping it and filling myself up and working on myself and re-energizing myself for everything that I'm doing and helping people on a daily basis, then that gift doesn't look so nice and shiny and new. The wrapping's all wrinkled and maybe the bow's hanging off and it's not that nice anymore to get a gift that looks like someone had it in the trunk of their car for 6 months. So really focus on personal development. Schedule it on your calendar just like everything else in your life that you schedule. It's a priority. You take yourself seriously, and so that's a serious thing that you have to do for yourself. And the same concept about the gift is that, this is a gift. There is nothing to lose. All you are doing is offering something to someone. I did a post a few months ago where I wrote that I do not sell anything. I offer myself, and my services are motivation and encouragement and passion. And so I never feel like I'm asking someone to give me something. I feel like I'm giving away a lot every day to people. And whether they appreciate it or not, that's on them, but I'm willing to do so. And I'm only capable of doing it if I recharge my batteries and I realign my mind and feel good about who I am inside and out. So let's talk a little bit about recruiting because I have a bunch of coaches and some of them are super fantastic and then some of them are really kind of afraid and aren't really doing much. And, I've tried and tried and tried to talk to them about this being a gift. So moving forward, instead of letting like a handful of the coaches who joined me and haven't done anything deter me and hold me back from going after more people and bringing more really positive, inspiring women who are hungry and passionate for life onto my team, I just come out and say it to them intelligently. I just talk to them about the opportunity, and I don't overthink it, and I just talk to them about what this means and what this could be for them, and that they are the captain of that ship. And, I really talk to people about what this opportunity means so I can listen and hear for their feedback. Because you know what? I really want to know if they're actually a good fit for my team, because I take myself seriously and my time seriously and my energy seriously, and I take the coaches on my team that are rank advancing seriously. And I don't want them to feel like, they have to hold hands with somebody who doesn't truly want this. So I'm really not trying to bring a bunch of people who could care less about coaching onto my team. So I get down to the nitty-gritty, and I don't, beat around the bush about what the coaching opportunity is. But I talk to them like they're human, and I don't act like I'm desperate to get them on my team. Like, I know I've got a good thing going on right here with some of the rock stars that I have, but I'm really energetic about it, and I'm energetic about it being a new opportunity for them. And one thing I tell myself all the time, and I've done this because I have had 10 years of being in different industries. All major companies ask people to join them. So think about that. All major successful companies post on Monster, post on Yahoo, post on LinkedIn, hire companies and pay them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to recruit people into their organization. Does anybody talk crap about, those businesses? No, not at all. It's how the whole world works. So anytime you're sitting there thinking that it's weird that you're offering somebody something lucrative, something real, something viable, remind yourself that Whole Foods, Wegmans, any of those major brands in Canada, or I think, what are they called, Tony Hortons? Those restaurants, they hire thousands of people every year, every month, every day, and they put job applications out, and people come to them. So there is nothing wrong with promoting an opportunity to feel better, to feel empowered, to feel special, to feel valuable, and to make some additional income for your family, and really expand your life and expand your network. And look, I've never met Michelle or Emily in real life, and I've only got, become familiar with them through coaching. And now I'm on a team call with all of their wonderful, wonderful coaches. And that's all just because I said yes and they said yes. And that's really, really empowering and really special. And not that many people in their lives can say that they have a group of people outside of their immediate family, their immediate friends, and maybe where they worked before that could have been a nice place, that they have a community and a support group where you have something for yourself. You have something that makes you feel important, and that's important in life. So the last thing I want to talk about, because so many women I know in this group are pushing for Diamond. So the key for me with Diamond was taking myself seriously, and that's why the name of this call is called Taking Yourself Seriously. And so how I did that was I bought a whiteboard, and I hung it in my office, and I drew the letters M-E, and that stands for me, and I put myself at the top. And then I pulled up in my back office my sponsorship drill down, and I took a piece of loose leaf paper and I put everyone who's on my left leg and everyone who's on my right leg. And then I looked at them and I said, she's an emerald. She's active, she's active, she's inactive. And I started color coding my coaches on my team. And then I took what my next goal was. and I wrote down exactly what the draw up of what that goal looks like. So diamond, you put yourself, you put your emerald and your 4 active coaches under you. And so when you're looking at that, you're constantly reminding yourself, and then under that you put what your next goal is. So on my vision board, right, or not my vision board, my team map, my team layout, it's currently set to show that I'm a diamond. But under that I have exactly what it takes me to hit a 1-star diamond. And I'm looking at that every day. And I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And I'm seeing the coaches that are business builders. And I'm seeing the coaches that are passionate and growing and, you know, are hungry and showing up to my team calls and being a part of the training groups and participating whenever they can in challenge groups. So for me, spelling it out and mapping it out visually for myself was super huge. So when I'm taking myself seriously, I'm visualizing all of those things. And then on top of that, it's right there in front of me. So if I'm ever having a day where I'm feeling absolutely overwhelmed, I've done all of my daily vitals, I've posted about everything I need to be posting about, I've done personal development, and I'm still like, well, I feel like I need to be doing something else right now, or what can I be doing to fix my business or help my business grow, or where do I go from here? I take a deep breath and I go and I stand in front of that board and I do a little assessment of all the coaches on my team and I say, how can I help her? Okay, she's emerald. How can I help her get to diamond? Okay, how can I help her go from inactive to active? How can I help her get back her emerald because she lost it? And then I sit there and I reach out to my coaches, or I put a post together, or I do a live video in my group for my personally sponsored coaches. And so visualizing that, from the day I did that in April, I was in a push to diamond group that was to qualify for at Summit. I don't know if any of you were in that, but you had to hit it by July for whatever the Summit date was. Well, I started at the middle of April, and I hit diamond by May 10th, and the reason I hit it was because I made that board, and I mapped out my team, and I really saw what I was working with, and I poured into it, and I figured out how I could get to where I'm going. And so every month I'm doing that for myself, and I'm focused on 1-star diamond right now. So I really highly recommend that. So you'll buy a whiteboard, you'll map it out, you'll put yourself, your left leg, your right leg, you'll get color-coded Sharpies so that you can say blue for diamond, or, you know, green for emerald, red for inactive, black for active, whatever you want. And then your next goal is to put down exactly what your rank advance is that you're shooting for, and visualizing exactly what you need in order to get it. So that you're looking at 2 things at once, saying, all right, I'm really close. Okay, this is going to happen for me. And then after that, keep bringing new coaches onto your team and helping them hit emerald, so you lock in your diamond and you don't lose it. The last thing you want to do is to have a coach on your team that's going to help you get to 1-star diamond, and then all of a sudden you have 2 coaches that fall off, and then 2 became inactive, and then nobody's an emerald anymore, and then you're back to square one. So you really want to make sure that you secure your diamond and work from there. So I'm going to turn it over. We've probably got like 10 minutes left. So if anybody has questions, please ask me. I almost just had a panic attack because I thought it said my microphone was muted, and I was like, whoa, that's really not cool.
Am I muted? No, I'm not now. Okay, so huge shout out, because that was incredible. All the notes, all the takeaways, holy, I hope you guys took notes. I hope you guys are going to go back and start and stop and pause and write and really take it in, because my mind just blew, so yours should have as well. Thank you so much, Barbara, for taking the time to, dive into our call and give so much to our coaches, because it is such an honor to have you on our call. Michelle, do you have any questions, or any questions from anyone?
I don't have any questions, but I did want to say I took notes like crazy, and I have like a teething 4-month-old in the background, so my husband's like bouncing him in the background, and I'm like running to him, then running back, but I'm like taking notes in between. Um, Mom life. But yeah, no, I love that you said it's so important not to be or act perfect in your posts, and to talk about the journey and the struggles, and how you're working on them, because I think it's so easy to start this and assume that you have to look like this perfect fit athlete who holds the shaker cup every day, and but that's not reality, right? It's so important to show that, what, I'm not going to be your coach and tell you what to do. Instead, I'm going to say, listen, I'm a real person, I'm doing this, grab my hand and let's do it together instead. And I love that, and I love that you mentioned personal development, although I know every coach is like, you gotta do personal development, but one that just popped into my head when you were talking about that was The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown, which is great on Audible, if you guys are on Audible. And I'm listening to The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes right now. If you're an introvert, if you have a hard time putting yourself out there, you got to get this audiobook, because she actually talks about it, and she's awesome. And I love how you mapped it out. I'm so going to jot all that stuff down, because that is something I used to do, but I kind of got out of it. But yeah, I just thank you so much for doing our team call. I loved all the information. I took so many notes. Yeah, so that's all I got.
Awesome.
I do have one question. One question somebody just told me. Do you run free groups? Okay.
No. I did one once, and it was like a 5 or 7 day salad, I forget what I did. It was like a summer, it was like a side salad challenge for people who just wanted to start to eat healthier. And nobody, really kind of reached a point that I thought where they were actually even making the salad. So I was like, okay, what is this even about? So no, I'm not gonna say that if you have the time and the energy to run a free group, you totally can. But look, there's 100% money back guarantee on everything we talk about. So if someone doesn't like it for a full month, and why not get the real deal? Why not get the full challenge group package that you are offering, where you're investing your time in your clients? They've committed to you. They've told you that they, want to be a part of what you have to offer. And so, I honestly don't always think it's very fair for me to divert my attention to people, in that sense, that haven't committed. And it does take time away, because you still have to come up with content. You still have to be creative for them. And so, no, I don't personally spend my time doing those things. But if you haven't started a challenge group yet, and that's how you feel that you could do it, go right ahead. But you know what? Start a challenge group, and then just get 3 or 4 people in there, and then build from there. And I don't really know how successful free groups really, what the return on your investment in running a free group would be for you as a coach. It's really your own personal call. If you've got all the time in the world, by all means, go for it. But, if you value your energy and your effort and the content that you provide, I don't use templates. So every morning I create a fresh post in my challenge group to my people. And it's either something that's been weighing on my mind about my fitness or my motivation, or if it's, I've been sore lately, or I feel like I've been missing out on enough water, whatever it is. And a lot of my posts can come from personal development things, really talking about how bad you want this change for yourself, that you want to lose 50 pounds, that you want to get down to a size 6 and feel healthy. And, so those kinds of things, I don't know if I really have the time to give what I'm willing to give to people who commit into a free group.
Understandable. Good answer. I like it. Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's going to have, a place where they want to, delve their attention and their resources and that kind of thing. So yeah, it totally depends on where you want to take your business, how you want to run things. If a free group is up your alley, totally your call.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel.
Yeah, me too. Love it. Michelle, do you have anything else? Questions? Comments?
No, thank you so much, though. It's so awesome to get to actually chat. We like chat on Facebook all the time and like via text
Yeah.
message. So it's nice to actually be like, oh, hey. But that's kind of like what our retreat was like, too. I know Barbara wasn't at the last one that we were at.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, oh my gosh, everybody's like actually real, not on Facebook.
Yeah, and guess what? I've actually been to Canada 6 times. So,
Oh, wow, nice.
yeah. So, I'm not unfamiliar.
That's awesome. No, thank you so much. That was a great
So
call.
welcome.
Our teams will absolutely love that. So we really appreciate your time.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Talk to you ladies later.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.